In this book, Always On by Chris Vollmer, there's one primary lesson. It doesn't matter how many people are watching your advertisements. What counts is whether they're paying attention and responding or not. The powerful message is that you have to have insight about consumers. Your insight about your consumers really trumps everything else that you might be doing as an advertising organization. Consumers can no longer be treated as statistical abstractions because they are selective, skeptical, and demanding. The power has shifted to them. You no longer have complete power over your advertising. You have to realize that the consumers have the power. Your agency must drive digital media into its advertising because in today's world, advertising is very instantaneous and has become more accountable. As marketing teams become more diverse and balanced, team management becomes crucial to ad effectiveness, and you must critique your teams so that they become more effective and focused in on what they need to be doing to satisfy the consumer. The ability to know what will be relevant to consumers rather than guesstimating represents a significant paradigm shift in marketing. Over the last few years, marketers have made massive investments in new research techniques, database marketing, and customer relationship management, along with participation in digital media, in-store marketing, etc. The gap between online marketing budgets, and online usage is too great, and we must lessen this gap. We must increase our online spending budgets in order to meet that online usage by consumers. Marketers should shift from traditional media to ongoing dialogues with consumers that are rooted in an everyday experience. This is because users must be engaged. The biggest part about this whole book is the engagement of your consumers. If you can't engage your consumers, then your advertising isn't going to work. With this new media, there's a transfer from a one-way platform to a two-way platform. And that's to get greater targeting, relevance, and engagement, like I just mentioned, with your audience. You must provide that two-way communication in order to get feedback from your customers. Also, there are some media renovations that are going on today with websites and TV and traditional media and things like that. An example of that is Hulu.com, where you can watch your traditional advertising, traditional TV shows online whenever you feel like it. That's also another good example of that is DVRs, home recording systems for TV shows. A good example with online marketing and advertising is Procter & Gamble, the Homemade Simple website that they have. This website provides you with information about their products, but it also provides questions to everyday home problems that you might have in your home, whether it's cleaning up a mess or dealing with decorating your home, or maybe even treating a sick child, different things like that. So Procter & Gamble is on top of this marketing trend to digital media and engaging customers. Along with all of the engagement with your customers, there has been a shift in the metrics concerning online media, and there are new metrics with digital media that have made reach and frequency, the traditional measurements for success in advertising, a lot less of a compelling measure of media value than it was before. With Google Analytics, the dashboard that Google provides, you can test and chart and graph a number of things with ease, and it's for free. And in this increasingly dynamic environment, new outcome-based metrics will shift the focal point of advertising measurement from exposure to results. So not just throwing your message at people, but seeing the results. 70% of marketers in a recent Booz Allen survey, as it says in the book, identified with improved rate of investment, analytics, return on investment analytics as the most desired of all marketing capabilities. So they're trying to move into that more. The first media company to include audience engagement in its actual advertising sales was Turner Broadcasting Network with their truTV advertising spots in 2005, and since then, by 2007, many broadcast networks included some form of engagement type metric. The last thing that is really talked about in the book is the future of media, and since the entire book basically revolves around engaging your customers, that's number one for the future. But in order to instill all of these new media formats, a lot of companies are going to have to get rid of their old style of thinking, and that kind of means getting rid of their senior workers, unfortunately, because there's a large gap between the knowledge of the senior workers and the knowledge of the senior workers of digital media and the need for digital media in those companies. And so a lot of those companies are going to have to reorganize and place digital media as upfront in their minds. So that's pretty much what I got from the book. It's a great book, always on, and it definitely showcases the new media forms and talks about everything that you're going to need to be successful in the future of the advertising market. So that's it.